the Upchurch Kitchen. This is our favorite recipe in our household. It is called Derby Pie, Kentucky Derby Pie, and it is what is served in Louisville, Kentucky during the Kentucky Derby. So, I've prepared some things ahead of time, but we're going to start with letting you know that I've preheated the oven to 350 degrees, and now I'm going to take the pie crust that is already, it's a Pillsbury ready-made, and I'm just going to put it in the pan. So I'm rolling it out to put it in the pan, and I flute the edges just a little bit so it looks nice. And really, you can't even tell it's not a homemade pie crust because it tastes so good and it's so much faster. So we've got that finished, and so now what we're going to do is we're going to take our dry ingredients, which is a cup of sugar, and I'm going to put that in the pan and in the bowl, and then a half a cup of flour, and I used gluten-free just because I think that's better for me, and my family doesn't seem to mind. And then I have a cup of natural vegan butter stick that I microwaved for 35-40 seconds. Now I am adding 2 beaten eggs to the mixture. And I'm going to mix those ingredients all together with a fork. You don't need to use a mixer for this, you just use a fork or a spoon. So I'm mixing all that up. And I'm going to add some vanilla. I like the pure vanilla extract. I put in about a teaspoon, but a little bit more I think because we really like the taste of vanilla in this pie. And so you just mix all those ingredients up really good together. And as soon as they're mixed up, you add a cup of semi-sweet chocolate chips into the mixture and mix that well. And then you add a cup of pecans into the mixture, and I chop these up. Ken prefers them to be so fine that they're dust, but Ethan and I both like them to have a little bit of chunk to them. So here we are, stirring the whole thing up. This is a very easy recipe to make, but it tastes like a gourmet pie. And then after I've got all this stirred up, then we're going to pour it into the pie pan, which is right here, prepared and ready to go. So here's the mixture. Now I'm going to pour it into the pie pan. And as I said earlier, the oven has already been preheated to 350 degrees, so it's ready for the pie. I'm just going to spread this out into the dish with the fork. And I'm going to need to leave a little bit because Ken likes to have the leftovers as a yummy little treat. So there's a little bit left in the bowl. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this in the oven. So now I need to set the timer. Okay, so I'm going to set the timer for 35 minutes. The pie is done, so I'm going to take it out of the oven, and voila! This is a Kentucky Derby pie.